And welcome back. In this video tutorial, we're going to show you how to use the panel widget. It's probably the most commonly used widget that you'll use when you're designing a smartboard because it oftentimes acts as a background for text or your calendar or other types of widgets. So let's get right at it. First, we're going to hit the Add Widget button, and then we're going to select the panel widget. As soon as we do, a new panel appears on our Design Studio screen. Now, if we grab that with our cursor, we can actually just move that panel around and place it anywhere on our working desktop for our design. We can also resize the panel by using the little handle at the bottom right-hand corner, and that allows us to resize it into any size that we want, depending on the use that we have for it. Now, once we have the widget up and that widget is selected, our left-hand menu becomes a menu all about that particular panel. So let's show you what we can do. First of all, let's look at background color. We can change the background color of this widget into any color we want. Let's say that we wanted a blue background. We'll select that by clicking anywhere in the color chooser, and we get our blue widget. We also have the ability to change the border color. So if we want a border around the widget panel, we can select again from our color picker and choose a border, and then select the width of that border. Starting with a 1 and working our way up, we increase the size of the border. We're going to just choose 5 for now, and you can see that a red border has now appeared around the outside of our panel. We can also change the radius so that the corners of the panel are not at an exact right angle, but they may be less. These are measured in degrees, so if you want a 30-degree border radius, we'll just put 30 in there, and you can see now that our widget has changed to it's still a square, but we've rounded off the corners. And again, that may be for aesthetic reasons based on the look that you're trying to get with your particular panel. The other thing you can do is add a drop shadow. Using the menu button over here, we'll add a drop shadow. And again, it just makes that panel pop, makes it look a little bit more professional depending on the look that you're after. The other thing that you can do with a panel widget is instead of displaying colors or a border, you can actually create a panel widget and then fill it with a image. So let's try that. We've got our panel created here. We can come up to the menu item that says Select Image. We select the image. We find that image on our computer somewhere. So make sure you've got the image all ready to go on your computer. We're going to select this image. And there we go. We now have the image of a fire truck, and that can be moved around or resized depending on what you're looking for. Now, another way that the panel widget can be used is to add a pre-designed background to your screen. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. We'll again use the Add Widget, and we'll select the panel widget. Then from the left-hand side menu, you see the selection for From Library. Now that's our library of pre-designed backgrounds that you can use as the background for a page. We'll hit From Library, and then you see some small images of the various backgrounds that have been designed that you can use as background images for a page. Now again, you don't have to use these. These are here for your convenience, but you can select any background. The backgrounds typically have a place for the clock and just a nice background on which you can put other widgets. We're going to put it on here, and we're going to expand it to full screen. And there you go. You have a nice tastefully designed background that was designed by our own graphic designers that you can use, on which you can layer clocks and your logo and other information. This panel widget background can be used on either a regular page or can be used on a template page, either one. But they're there for your convenience to use as a pre-designed backdrop for your pages. One final thing you can do with the panel widget is you can create a panel that contains your logo if your logo is stored on the Streetwise server. So back in your web portal, if you already have your logo loaded into our server, that can be put directly onto the smartboard by simply selecting Use Station Logo. So we're going to hit that menu item, and you can see that the logo that we have loaded on the server appears, and I can resize it or move it and change it to any way that I want. And again, that allows you to use that image directly from our server as opposed to choosing it from your particular computer. So again, in review, the panel widget can be used as a background for other widgets like text widgets. It can be used as a standalone to display images, or it can be used as a way to display your logo somewhere on your design on your smartboard screen.